Hey, Nico here, and I'd like to talk about 2CP today. 2CP, or 2 Capture Points, or to go by its maiden name, Assault, is a game mode from the first-person team shooter Overwatch, which came out in the year 2016. Now, if you haven't been living under a rock for the past few years, you probably know this game is a big deal. But this isn't a history class, so let's cut right to the chase and get to the bottom of the coal pile that fills this game's stocking, because oh my, there would be a lot of people that would put this game on its naughty list. First off, let's go into every single game mode so we can get an idea of what exactly we're working with. Escort, a game mode where one team has to push a cart or a payload or whatever the hell you want to call it through several points until it gets to its final destination, and the other team's objective is to stop it. That's it. Control, a game mode where there's a centralized point between the two teams and is equally distanced so that neither team has an advantage when rushing in at the beginning. Hybrid, literally a combination of Assaults and Escort because Blizzard couldn't think of something new, kind of like with this game's upcoming sequel. Now, looking at all these game modes, one thing is consistent. Either neither team has an advantage, or the objective's progress can be determined by the player, either letting the payload being pushed or stopping it at its tracks. And this is where 2CP comes into the office and says screw all of this, because it does not operate anything like this. The way that 2CP is designed is that one team will always have an advantage over the other. In 2CP, whether we're talking about Hanamura, Volskaya, Horizon Lunar Colony, or that one we don't talk about, the spawn point for the team that is defending is always the same, which means that generally speaking, when they are defending the first points and the attacking team trades with them, the attacking team will always have a benefit over the defending team. Now, obviously, trades are dependent on the characters that are lost, but generally speaking, if you had two mirror teams and two of the same characters that both traded, one would get back to the point faster than the other because of the way that the spawn points are designed. Same thing goes on the second point. If the attacking team trades with the defending team will benefit because they have the closer spawn. This would not be so much of an issue if literally every other game mode didn't do this. The spawn points in all other game modes either remain neutral or they change according to the progress that is being made in the game. 2CP does nothing like this, and because of that, the commonly used strategy of trading does not exactly work the way you would want it to in a game mode like 2CP because of the spawn differences. In order for you to succeed in 2CP, you would have to basically avoid trading and have a good push where you are constantly getting picks on them and they aren't getting picks on you. Because if you're the one with the disadvantage for the spawn, you have a much harder time trying to get back into the fight while the other team has a spawn literally 2 blocks down. Meaning that if you were to go 1-for-1 and trade and the enemy team has the better spawn, they're going to be back before Twitch does something stupid again. Now, I'm pretty sure if you saw the title of this video, you probably are wondering, okay, what makes 2CP so perfectly balanced then? And the answer is what I just explained. Yeah, this game mode is literally designed so that the team has the advantage on one point and then loses that advantage on the next point. And because of this, not only is a player's proficiency important, but teamwork, that one thing that we love to do in all our competitive games, is also very important as well. The reason for this being that since you have to approach a point that has an advantage against you, you have to minimize the amount of casualties that are going to occur on your team to make sure that the chances of success remain high. This means that you have to try to communicate and work together so that you can minimize the amount of deaths on your team, so you could be able to ensure that you can get a victory on the points that you don't have the spawn advantage for. I would not be surprised if Blizzard solely designed this game mode so that they could be able to ensure that this game mode will test people's ability to work together, because it kind of requires it in comparison to other game modes. Obviously, the entire game focuses on working together as a team, but 2CP kind of forces that mentality because you have to overcome the advantage that the enemy team may have in order to get that W that you've been wanting after a long day of grinding. So the next time you're wondering why it feels like an uphill battle on these 2CP maps, well, now you know why. Thanks for watching, and happy holidays to all you Wondricks out there.